guys, Corey here with the Art Archaeologist channel, and today we're going to be doing something fun. I want to give a shout out to Nina Rabina. That's R-A-B-I-N-A. She has a channel called Nina Rabina, and this is inspired by her graffiti grunge urban style painting video. And also I want to give a shout out to Julie Fayfan Balzer, and that's B-A-L-Z-E-R, and she has a video collage using layers of stencils. So, and what Julie does is she takes scrapbook paper, as so many of us have big piles of, at least I do, and she takes the pieces that she doesn't really like or doesn't want to use in her other projects, and she paints over them and makes these really beautiful layered art papers that you can use in collage and cards and whatever you want. So let's get started. Here's my 2 pages. I do recommend using 2 pages, and then I even probably need an offload page as well. So I'm going to put another one right there. And I use acrylic paints, I use house paints, I use whatever I have that I like. So I'm going to start with this. This is called Prague Blue, and it's a color place color, and this is the satin finish, and it's number 10786. I love this color. Isn't it gorgeous? This is a latex house paint. I shared it with a friend, so I ended up getting the mason jar. I should have opened it before I started the video. I'll be right back. Okay, I got it open, and I've got a ton of paint here, so I'm just going to let it drip right onto my paper. And I want this color on both pages. And I'm just using a beat up old chip brush. I get these at Walmart, and they're only a couple bucks in the paint section. And the older these get, the better they work. You're going to want to take a piece of tape and rub it on the bristles when you first get these, because they shed crazily when they're brand new. So they're a real bummer when they're brand new if you don't do something about the loose bristles. I rub it really hard on my pant leg too before I use it. So there's a couple tips for you. And then I just dump this paint on, and I've got so much of it, which is totally fine. And I'm just gonna let it do what it does. This is such a great way to use up your paints that are getting old, which happens to me a lot because I am an art supply hoarder and I always have an excess of extra paint. So this is a great way to use that paint up. Now this, I'm going to kind of roll with what I've already got here. I'm just going to kind of let this composition get started here. It's kind of a weird way I put it on, but that's alright. We'll just see what comes of it. I love this process because it's very intuitive. It's such an intuitive, free, loose way to create art, and you can really do a lot fast. Okay, so this is pretty darn wet right now, but that's okay. I love to work wet on wet. I'm going to go ahead and close this up so I don't lose my paint due to my klutziness. See? Just shook the camera. Okay, then I'm going to throw on some folk art eggplant. Oh, this color is really gorgeous. And you know, I like to throw my paint on the brush. I will throw it right on the paper. I don't get too hung up on stuff. I really don't like to think too hard because, you know, I'm a recovered perfectionist. So I'm sure many of you can relate to that. I used to have everything had to be just right, and it stopped me from creating a lot of art. And then I started watching all of your lovely videos, and I learned very quick that, you know what? Perfectionism doesn't work for me. And the messier the process, the better for me, the happier I am. Oh, isn't that eggplant just stunning? I love that color. So I'm going to throw a little tiny splurge of it here. I like to go in different directions doing this and get myself some interest going. You know, and I love peeled paint and I love green, but I don't love this green and I don't love this peeled paint look. So out it goes. I'm going to go all the way across just for fun. Let's see what happens. And I think in the spirit of continuity, and I think Nina said this in one of her videos way back when, you want to add, a lot of people have said this, and I find it to be very true, you want to add the color in more than one place on your painting so that you will have harmony in your piece. I'm even going to drag this over into this purple. Oh, I love it mixing with that blue. That Prague blue is just, oh, love it. Glad I have a whole mason jar full of it. And then I'm going to throw this purple down. Look at, you can get really far really fast. Now I started off with a very dry brush because this time I kind of wanted to see some brush strokes and some real raw art. But you can wet your brush if you want it to look a little bit more soft and muted. You can absolutely, certainly wet your brush. Now I love cream in everything. This is khaki, Craft Smart Khaki. And I love it because it pushes things back and it chills stuff out. And I'm just going to do a little here and a little there for now. This is a nice finishing touch tone color that I like to use, like a real almost completely white cream even. This one's much darker than a completely white, but I really love it because it just kind of brings some calmness to our busyness we got going on here. Oh, I love the blending of the colors. This one I'm going to even overlap and go all the way. I'm going to take it all the way this time. And I've got some integrity of the cream here on this side, but I completely lost it over here. I almost completely lost it there too. But I like that. Okay, so now I'm going to just block out this corner here. And of course, you know, if you want to keep the integrity of one of your colors, just go ahead and use a clean brush and let the layers underneath dry, and you'll achieve that aim very easily. Ooh, pink. No, I'm not going to do pink. I've got this Ocean Breeze color by Craft Smart. And as you guys can tell, I'm totally doing a random thing here. I did not pre-plan any of my colors, but I am ending up with this block. I'm getting locked into the block. So I'm going to go across this time. I think I might even fade it out that way. Oh, I like that. That's so pretty. I'm going to let this dry and end up using more of that color. I like that. Yeah. I don't like my colors to get too muddy all the time, so I will let things dry and then come back and use a clean new brush and get some new bright colors in there. Got a little chunk. Okay, and I'm just working on poster board, and I like to work on poster board because you can move it, you can pick it up. You know, I used to cover my table with craft paper, and that's great too. But the problem with that is then you got to tape it down and then you got to yank it all up, and it becomes a hot mess. And this is so much faster and easier. And then I'm creating a really nice big piece of poster board to use later for whatever. Okay, so here's round one. I'm going to let this dry and come back and see you in a bit. Okay, hey, I'm back. I got so wrapped up earlier in covering that green chipped paint paper over here that I forgot and covered up all my pretty bricks on this sheet. So darn it, darn it, darn it. I did listen to Nina when she said to let some of the pattern show through, and then I took complete leave of my senses. So I just got some fresh colors to work with, and I've got myself a nice old key card, hotel key card. So I've got this Basics Deep Violet, and I've got Artist Loft's Brilliant Yellow, and I've got Artist Loft's Turquoise. And so I just put some of this on off camera. Whoops. And what a stunning color. I really like this. So I'm going to add a little bit more to beef up this other purple. On Nina's Grunge one, she used some really bright colors, and I just loved how the yellow looked. I think I'm going to wait until the very end to put the yellow on. And I'm just putting it right on my card again, just like that. Onto here. Okay, now I'm going to get a little wild with the bright yellow. And I think I'm going to start off just kind of little. That's little for me. You know, that's a lot. Being a faux finisher, I used to have to really, things had to be random, but they had to be random in a pattern. And so I always have a tendency to want to make everything look uniform, and that's the worst thing for abstract art. So it's such a good thing for me to do this, because I have come so far, but I still have that tendency, and I've got to rein myself in. Oh, I like that a lot. You know, I'm gonna, oh, I just don't know what to do. I want to add a tiny bit of purple over here on this outer edge. I don't want to go all the way. Okay, that I like. Okay, so I'm liking this all right, but I'm going to go ahead and put some of this Artist Loft Cobalt Blue on here now. I'm kind of liking that. I'm thinking I want to kind of create a focal point here. I don't know if blue is the way to create it, but you know, we'll just do a little, and then kind of do that. It's all about experimenting, right? Over the years, I've had such amazing things happen in my life artistically, and I've also had so many mess-ups happen in my life artistically. So you just got to be willing to jump in and just go for it. You just got to try. Got black within reach. So I'm going to add a little. You know me, I just can't leave stuff alone. So this one's, I like this one. It's really cool. There's the end. So I'm gonna let that one dry. But this, I want to put black right here, so because I turned the camera off and it was driving me bonkers. And I don't want to add stuff without including you. So I'm gonna just, I want it to be shorter than this. I want to thicken that up a little. But I want it to kind of like flow over here. Maybe even get it shorter. Yeah. Okay, that's working better. I like that. And then just offload the last of it. Okay, I promise I won't touch it again until it's dry. I'll see you when it's dry. Okay, hey, everything's nice and dry, and I've got my nice daylight back. It just seems to work better than my lamp, so I'll have to keep working on that. So what I'm going to do is play around and do some palette knife stuff with these and some stenciling, and I'm just going to turn on some music, enough jibber jabber. So enjoy. Okay, so here these are, and I think I'm done with these sheets here, and I think they came out pretty cool. Here's this one. I love how the black came out. I'm not totally thrilled with the white, but it definitely adds some contrast, so I'm happy with that part of it. And then here's this one. I think this one's pretty neat too. I like the color combination. I really am into subtler colors than these, but it was really fun to just go for it, and watching Nina use those bright colors really helped me to expand my creative ability. So I'm grateful for that. Thanks again, Nina, and thanks again, Julie. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a like and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. Have a great day.